everyone, this is Denecia with Soul Business. Thank you for viewing the show. So today we're going to talk to an expert that's going to help you. Ronit Krancberg is an organizer with Seize This Space, and she is phenomenal coming in and helping people make sure that they're organized and just minimized. I would love to share her with you. Thank you so much for being here at the show, Ronit.
You're welcome. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. So tell us a little bit about your particular story. Like, how did you get into organization? Like, how did you get into wanting to organize people's lives?
It all started way back in the 80s. I moved here from Montreal, Canada, and I was working as administrative type work, corporate doctor's offices and all that. I lived in West Hollywood, and one of my closest friends was a pack rat person. She was very sloppy, messy. On her birthday, I was coming along. Another neighbor of ours and I decided we were going to surprise her, get her out of the house, and organize her home. Unknowns to me that this was an industry that started in the early 90s. So we got her parents out of the house for almost 8 hours, and we cleaned and organized. We didn't throw much away except for garbagey things because we didn't know what was lying around. But it taught us how to maneuver around her rooms and spaces and closet. We put everything away. She came home at 6 o'clock in the evening. She was gone from 10 to 6 and so surprised. So that was my first introduction, again, not knowing that this could be a profession to get into. So fast forward, in 2012, 2013, I was laid off at a nonprofit organization. It was very difficult to find jobs during that time. And I decided I was going to research this profession. Prior to that, when we had the downtime, the economic downtime on 2008, one of my friends told me, "Why don't you be a professional organizer?" I said, "What's that?" So I researched then. But because of the economy, nobody was spending that luxury money to have anybody help organize their homes, their spaces, their home offices. And that's how it started. I read up a lot. I knew I had the knack for it. And I helped a couple of my friends during that time move, pack their places. And I worked on a friend of mine who had a back surgery. Her kitchen was extremely messy. She had 2 young kids like mine, and I reorganized her kitchen where she was able to reach for things without having to hurt her back. And she was the one that said, "Start your own business." And that was the beginning from 2008. Then I started initially in 2013. So about 8 years now I've been doing this.
What's the area that you help clients with? Are you able to do virtual as well as like helping them get themselves organized, or are you just primarily in a particular area?
Okay, there's 2 things. I live in San Fernando Valley, so I can go as far as the commute, a little over 20 miles. It's not so bad, back and forth. So I can do the valley, parts of Santa Rita, eastern portion of Ventura County, and all the way down towards the marina. And West LA, Westwood, West Hollywood, those kind of places I can do.
So the areas would be Los Angeles, San Fernando Valley, a little bit of West LA, Marina Del Rey, kind of like the west side of California, Southern Cal.
I have a client in Sunland, but I make sure that those further away they are, say the weekends, so I avoid the traffic flow on the weekdays.
Right. Yeah, I have a decent amount of clients right now that they're just like, how do we keep organized and productive during everything that's happening right now? And it's been very overwhelming for a lot of folks. So I wanted to have you on the show because it's just something that's been coming up as far as folks wanting more information on how to stay afloat of everything that's going on in their life, especially with organizing things in their home and work. So since it's been a lot going on, we're coming out of the COVID epidemic. I'm saying that just to kind of declare it, hoping that that is the case. And there's a lot of people that it's just a lot, having to have kids at home and work at home, and they have the family, and it's just a lot of things that are happening. So would there be any tips that you might have to help people keep up with organizing?
So with all that being said, some people would be nervous to have strangers come and work with them, but I work with the masks. We had to. Earlier on, I worked with masks and gloves, but as it got a little bit easier, I worked with them. In the meantime, if you're doing things with your family and you're not going to hire professional organizer or you want to in between. What I can tell you is how I start looking at the spaces and the area, whether it be a room, a closet, how to look at it. Look at the things that are on the floor and look at the things that are on the surfaces. Don't start big, start small. That brings you to the bigger areas. So take things off the floor, pile them up on the bed, sort them out in categories, and then find their homes that they're supposed to be in, whether it be a drawer, a hanger, closet, something like that. So start on the floor, put away the shoes if you want to. It all depends on how big the family is. Whether you're a single person, it's a little bit easier. But again, when you see that mess overwhelmingly, look at a corner that's small and work your way to the big parts. Drawers, they're the easiest. Surfaces, put things away that are on the surfaces that are putting behind that one thing. That's the easiest thing to start off with. And then hire me for the big stuff.
Nice, that's great. That's a good idea. It's funny that you mentioned the countertops and things that sort, because I have lots of vitamins. I'm into nutrition and I like working out and everything else. It's so funny because I found myself organizing my vitamin drawer, which was not a drawer anymore because it was along all of the counter yesterday. It was great to put it all away. I was like, oh wow, there's like 20 containers of vitamins here that I could put in the counter and on a shelf. So yeah.
Okay.
Any ideas for me?
I'm going to show you what I have. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'll show you.
Okay. All right.
Get a basket. Don't lay them spread out. See?
Yeah. Okay.
Basket
Like
contains them so they're not spread out. Then
Nice.
find a place for the basket or leave it on the counter, but it's not all spread out. You still have room.
Okay.
So I have
Great.
mine in my basket.
Perfect. I like that. Where do you find baskets at? Like, what would be the best place you believe have a variety of sizes of baskets? Because that's not going to fit all my vitamins.
Well, you know where's a good place to start with, where you don't have to spend so much money? There's the closet, the closet store that they have the container store. They have everything there. If you have a Big Lots, a Target, even the 99-cent store sells baskets. And measure the area that you think you want to put it up in a pantry, a cupboard, or again on the counter, so it's accessible, you don't forget. It's so much easier when things are contained, and baskets are easy to find in those places.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. How do our viewers get a hold of you? Through social media or via your website? How would they find you?
It's backwards. Okay, that's my card. It says Seize the Space.
Yeah.
So you spell it SEIZE, the space.com. All one word, no caps, no breaks, nothing. So it's www.seizethespace.com. I can repeat my phone number too if anybody wants to hear it. I'll say it slowly. 883902235. I don't have Instagram or Twitter, but you can find me on my website and you can find me at home and my cell phone. And what I usually say is less is better than organizing more, or another way to do it is less mess equals less stress. And my favorite is when your mess causes stress, call Ronit to get neat.
Thank you, Ronit. I appreciate you.
You're very welcome. I'm hoping that anybody who sees this gets a little bit of the benefits I mentioned and the tips. If not, give me a call, 818-390-2235.
Perfect. Thank you. So thank you, viewers, for being here as well. We do love and adore your presence. If it wasn't for you, we would be here. So thank you so much to our YouTube viewers and also to our podcast viewers through all the podcast channels there are. So I just wanted to commend you for being able to be here with us. We have folks that are tuning in from other countries as well as the United States, and I really do appreciate your support. Yeah, I hope that the things are really beneficial to you and that you can connect the dots to people that can help you get to wherever you're going. So
thank you for inviting me.
Yes, absolutely, Ronit. Thank you so much. And so, like always, to all those souls who are finding their way with grace and ease, until the next time we meet, be beautiful and be well. Bye.
Bye.